Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to understand the importance of progressive rendering in our experience cloud sites and what is the benefit of your progressive rendering as per the standard Salesforce rendering versus the progressive rendering. So let's deep down this topic. So guys, we are having our 3D systems. So we'll navigate to the builder. I have already opened this. So what we are having in this is the header region, navigation bar, and there is the carousel component we are having. Apart from this, we are having some standard as well as some custom components over to our home page, right? We are first concerned about this page, and this is our home page for our site. So our major priority is that it should load faster so that customers can start interacting with our page. But what is the scenario here is all the components are taking the similar time to load up as per the Salesforce default rendering. That means every component, when it would take the same time, this page would be loading till then, until and unless my last component has stopped loading, right? So what happens here is in these cases our page load times gets a significantly high, and what generally is the best practice is that you should have your page or home page as fast as possible. But let's say you have a requirement that you need to make your home page faster, but on the other hand you are having too many components on your home page. Ideally this is not a best way to throw all the components on home page, but that depends. You could have any client to client needs, right? So in that case what you are gonna do, so in that case we are going to take help from progressive rendering. So if you go to the second settings tab, and ideally it would be in general, when you come down and see the advanced tab, in the advanced section you would see the performance tab highlighted, right? So what it says is improve the user experience and performance of your site by controlling other components are displayed, or controlling the order of components, right? So let's enable this, and once I enable this, it would take up some amount of time to load up, and then you would see this banner information that okay, this page is utilizing progressive rendering. So if you could see in here is this is the files tab, right? And if I scroll down, I can see a list of items. Let's suppose I have edit display priority, right? So for now we have given this as highest. We can ideally, the Salesforce says it's the neutral from Salesforce side, but if we want to keep, we can keep it as the highest priority, and we can assign this to this particular component. Now question here is like, can we apply this progressive rendering to custom components only, or is it to both standard and custom? So the answer here is it applies to all the standard and custom components wherever they are in the body section, right? So let's suppose, see, this is the message notifications. I go down in the performance, I do assign display property. By default it would be neutral. I'll set this to highest, right? So these are the standard component. Now let's talk about one custom component, right? Now I can't see this assign display priority one, right? So you mean is it for standard only? No, I told until and unless it is in your body section, you will have access to progressive rendering, but this is in your header section where it is as a shared component. Always remember, for the shared components we cannot assign display priority. That is handled by Salesforce by the default way. So ideally what we have to do is we have to move it in any of the body regions where it is not shared. Let's suppose in the content part, right? And when we move it in here, then we can assign this display priority. Okay, so that applies to your each and every component until that is in the body section, right? So one catch in here is, guys, if you check your network performance tab, let's say your page is taking 25 seconds to load, right? Then also it would take 25 seconds to load only, but the main catch here is your eye capturing view. What I mean to say is, let's say this is in the body section and we have given this component a priority as a highest, right? So this Salesforce would use all its power to prioritize this component to load faster. So what would we see, that this component would be loading faster, and let's say and others we have used high priority and others are neutral. So until this, we or the user can communicate with this component until Salesforce is rendering the other components, right? So it's just a flick of your eye, like how you could see or how the other person wants to make you see things, is the power of progressive rendering. So I hope you got some insights about your progressive rendering and all about the components. One thing more here is, let's suppose if I close this progressive rendering, so this would be shut down across your entire community. This is not like it's page specific, no, it is community specific, right? If you turn on, it's for everything. If you turn off, it's for the entire community. Let's suppose if we turn off this progressive rendering, then we won't be able to see the display priority. But when we again turn on this progressive rendering, the display priority that you had already given to your components, let's say highest, it would already accompany that. Let me just enable this now. Now if you see, Salesforce would take care of that if you had already given any priority to your component in the past, right? So I hope that was you got to know or understand a bit more about Salesforce and communities, and also how to optimize the page performance. So yeah, that was all in all for this video. We would be meeting in another video. Thanks and have